All right, so now I shouldn't be lagging. Let me go. Let me know if that's better. Sorry about having to change it. I didn't think about it this morning. BOXL's got some potential to pop here soon too. Uh, but Apex, man, I should have jumped in this. I had a feeling when I saw it start moving up to 120. This is not on my watch list, but that's why I was keeping a close eye over here to this pre-market scanner because if anything does start getting some interesting attention, it should pop up over here. I want to see where Apex is going to come out at. This is pretty pump and dumpy, but still, we saw whatever it was yesterday go on a nice run. CTIB, which was a little poppy as well. Let's see, when did this get halted? 8:40. So we still got like 4 minutes before this halt comes out. Okay. Not seeing much else. Can it? See, APOP. If APOP comes down anymore to this 200, could look for potential entry. See, oh, I was right. I just said BOXL had some potential too to get going. And it just did a little pop up. It wasn't a very big pop up, but it was a pop up. Boy, I've really got to. I got to wake up here. That's two potential pops there. This still could get going. I mean, you do have a bit of a trend line on this on BOXL, and this is a technology stock, so if tech stocks get hot, it could start moving. See APOP all the way down here. Let's see how far it's going to go. Okay, so it's crashing under. So now we want to wait. VBIV. We want to wait till this comes around. And VBIV is popping too here. It's going to have some resistance at 140. Let's see, where's your gap? You got a gap here. Yeah, break a 150, gap up to 165. See, Apex. Oh, damn, Apex came out and went straight up. Let's see. See what happens on this. We should have some support at 159. Pretty nice pullback here. Let's see what happens. I'm actually going to go on this. And at 195, let's just see. I might have jumped the gun on that. Let's see how far it's going to pull back. Just trying to give it a chance because yesterday we had the stock out of the halt, the first halt rip, and get halted again, and this didn't really get halted again. There's not a lot going on. It was pretty gambly what I just did, so I probably should have waited for a pullback down to the VWAP before I jumped in here. But we'll see. I do not want to get killed on this either, though. Let's give it a chance, see what happens here. Looking for that re-break of 2. Ooh, a lot of selling there. Ooh, don't want to come down too much. Come on back up here. May have to get out of this. I'll give it a second. We want to drop much lower. We want 190 to kind of hold up. And then this to pop back over too. There we go. We're starting to move now. 204. Going back down again here. All the way back down again. So it's all over the place right now. This is pretty gambly where I'm at on this. It is all over the place. Ooh, if it cracks the VWAP, I may have, oh man, yeah, I'm about to get killed here. I don't want to sell right into the crash, but I might have to if this keeps crashing. Yeah, it's looking real bad here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get out because it's going to get halted on the way down. Oh, I don't think I got out in time. Yeah, I think it's going to get halted. Yeah, I got killed today. I knew this was gambling. Bad trade on my part. Very bad trade. Damn. Ouchie, that one's going to hurt. I'm going to have to sell immediately out of this halt. Let's see. Where's this 200 at? 157? Because it's probably going to gap down. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt. This is a bad deal. I was expecting this little pullback, but I was wanting to see this come back up again, just like the one yesterday, but not happening. So now I'm stuck in this on the halt on the way down. I mean, we do have a little bit of support at that 200-day moving average. But if that doesn't hold up, this guy's going to crash pretty hard. So, yeah, I screwed the pooch on this one for sure. For sure, no doubt about it. Let's see, 847, so 855. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. Just telling you guys right now, this is going to be real ugly when this comes out. APOP, on the other hand, like I said, could have got a nice safe position waiting for this to break back through the 200 if it does. So yeah, I'm going to have to just sit here and watch this come out of this, and hopefully I don't get too destroyed coming out of this. Yeah, there's a lot going on today for sure. IMPX all the way up to $9, so that did get a nice move. APOP's down. We got all kinds of different stocks going on, but yeah, definitely should have been more patient. At least we have a hot market. And we got stocks ripping left and right. So let's see, we got about 2 more minutes left on this halt, so this halt's gonna be bad. Oh god, I feel like this halt's gonna be real bad. Like, best case scenario, it doesn't gap down and opens right here and bounces off of this 200-day moving average. Worst case scenario, it drops below this 200-day moving average, which there's no support whatsoever. And this thing is going to come all the way back down to $1. That would be worst case. So we'll see. See how bad I get ate up here. At least I'm not on the small account challenge, because this would be rough on the small account challenge. I mean, yeah, no, I know it's gonna be okay. I'm not freaking out. I just know that it's not it's not a good spot to be in. It's a very bad spot to be in right now. So we got a second. A-Pop, you might start looking for a position on this. Coming right up to that 200. A lot of bad trading between yesterday and today. That's for sure. Especially when I could have been on this side of this trade. Let's see, we got a couple more seconds here. Let's see how bad I get ate up. There we go, coming out. It didn't gap down. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. I'm going to give it a second, see if it bounces off 150, but if it doesn't, I got to get out. Okay. ADXS crashing. I'm just trying to give this a chance, see if it's going to come back up any after that big sell-off, because I'm already down, so, but I don't know. If I could minimize the loss, that would be great. Trying to see here. Still pretty good bit of selling going on. And 155 is holding up right now, but if it gets taken out, yeah, this is looking a little weak here. Yeah, it doesn't have buyers right this second because everybody just got out of this on this halt on the way down. So, but if 150 holds up 155 area, buyers could come back in here. But I don't know. That's what I'm trying to see here. I'm trying to give this just a little chance. There we go, a little pop up. We have been seeing stocks rip and then drop down real hard and then come back around later. Buyers are probably a little spooked. It's the deal with these low float stocks though, they kind of do what they want. Man, we look a little. This little area can hold up. Might get some buyers back in here, starting to kind of U-shape back up to the VWAP. But this area's got to hold up here. I know you have to get out here. Yeah, there's been some gappers. It's gonna be a hot January, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. It's just getting in on the right side of these plays and not gambling. Cause I gambled today. I just gotta watch this level 2 really close right now. Make sure this is gonna hold up. If not, ooh, if not, I gotta get out extremely quick. I would say there's a little FOMO on this trade too because oh yeah, we gotta get out of here. It's about to break 150. All right, I'm out. Bad loss. I'm not gonna hold this below that and take even more of a loss. I gave it a little fighting chance, but I'm not gonna get killed on this. All right, so let's see what else is going on. APOP, nothing yet. Still below there. So a little FOMO today. See IMPX. Yeah, IMPX had a nice move. 7 up. Let's see, 750 area up to $9. Has that little U shape there, so some predictability there. GRTX popped up there. See BOXL, not too much more. CLSD, not too much. BKC, DPW. Let's see, Acor had a nice pop, a little pop. Okay. That could be interesting. I would keep an eye on Works. If Works could break 335, it's got quite a bit of room to run. But I'm pretty much done for today. I can't do much more. I only got 57 left. After that stupid play on my part. Yeah, I kind of like this chart pattern on this stock. If it could ever get over 335. APOP's still down. Apex not doing much. So once again, second day in a row, we've had a dollar stock pop. Let's see, I was right around 8:37 when this started going. So let's check something. Let's see if we can find any common things with CTIB. See, where did it start popping at? About the same time. And they pop about the same time. And APOP is just still selling off. Let's see. This is kind of the same thing as yesterday, though. We had both those stocks, those dollar stocks, rip at 837, and then everything else just kind of dies off. Just what we're looking at. See, Club's still popping up through the 200 days, so Club's got what we got room up to 321. Ooh, big sell off there, so maybe not. Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out oh, I see what Jerry's talking about. You're talking about the gap up plays like APOP here with this big gap up and then the sell off. So it may be that time, in my experience, sometimes we get this trend to where we have big gappers in pre-market and then they just crash off all day. But we have random stocks ripping in the first 5 or 10 minutes. Hence Apex and CTIB yesterday. So it very well could be that we're in a pump and dumpy market right now. Because there's really no reason for Apex's run. Boy, it was a good one though. APOP's still dropping. Yeah, there's really not a lot else I'm seeing right at this moment. Let's see, yeah, TRIL, did that do anything? Yeah, TRIL had a little pop. Nice little U shape under the VWAP there, and then a pop up from 130 to 150. So that was a decent one. And then VBIV. And VBIV couldn't really get over 150. Apex starting to come back up here. Slowly. But you do have a bit of a U-shape forming. If it could get over 175. Yeah, slowly starting to come up here. On Apex here. It's got to get over 160. It's got some resistance at 160. It looks like it might try to get over here. Not yet, though. There you go. Now it's starting to pop above 160. Yeah, coming up here to the VWAP. Let's see, we got 6 green candles in a row though, but that's some good buying volume coming in. Get 6 green candles in a row. I have a bit of a pullback here. No, it might just keep going up. So it looks like you might get the U shape here. It might be breaking. Maybe. You want to wait. You want to make sure that the U shape is going to break. I mean, you could get in here. Maybe have a tight stop loss below 160, but you really want to wait and make sure it's going to break. We do have a nice U shape. Let's see. Now you're going to kind of need to get a handle. 160 is still got to hold up as support. If it drops below 160, it's probably not going to break right now. So testing that 160. That's why I said too, you got to wait for it to get that confirmed break. See, it never got over the VWAP here. Starting to pull back. Might have to wait for another little U shape around. Let's see what's APOP doing. So APOP's back up to the 200. But it hasn't broke over yet either, so you want to wait till that breaks over. See, Apex, we might get this little handle here. This little second U shape. I'm looking. I can afford about 40 shares probably. 24, that'd be 64. Maybe not. It wouldn't be a lot of shares, but if I made anything, it would at least lighten the blow some. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to actually go. I might have to do 30 shares. I think 40 was too much. It's starting to come up here. I get that little handle. So I'm going to go a little 30 shares here. Let's see where I get in, 165. So I'm going to just see with this 30 shares if I can cut this loss down some if this holds up. If it cracks 160, I'll just jump out and be a little bit smaller loss added to my big loss. But if this can get running again, if it can get over the VWAP, that's if it does. Because it's still not got over the VWAP. You really don't want to get in until it breaks the VWAP. But I'm wanting to see if his handle's going to close up and if we're going to get a decent move on this, and maybe I can make $10 or $15 on this and get a little less of a loss. That's all I'm trying to do. Nothing crazy. I've already done a stupid move, so now just trying to be a little I got filled high twice on this fucking play. Let's see. APO had a nice run, yeah. But it could. I mean, we've got this little U shape here, and then we're starting to get this handle. This is a cup and handle pattern, maybe, or maybe even a triangle. If it breaks back above the VWAP, it'll be good to go, but it may not there. It may not. It's got to stay above 160, 157, something like that. Yeah, no. Can't get it, man. Apex is having trouble getting back going again. Looked like it was about to try again, but anything else going on? Oh, APOP has a nice run. Is that what you said? I said Apex. I'm getting confused. Oh yeah, APOP's back up. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Back up to that 200 day on APOP. So potential there. Like I said, I'm just trying to see if we're gonna get this pop back over the VWAP. Get this little handle filled. 160 didn't quite hold up, but 157 did, so it's kind of where the bottom of these two candles are. A flying taxi? Who's trying to build a flying taxi? Yeah, Apex may be done here. I mean, it did have 6 green candles in a row. Oh, Uber's trying to do a flying taxi service? Like actual flying cars? Is that what you're talking about? That would be insane. I'd love to see that. Flying car taxi service. You get an Uber and it just lands on your house, on your roof. Like, yo, I'm here on your roof. Come on. Yeah, now I've heard that they have some helicopters in Dubai, some Uber helicopters there. Uh, but actual flying cars, that would be interesting. Be interesting to see. A lot of volumes died off on this right here. Let's see, IMPX. IMPX, you got a bit of a U or triangle potentially here. Break a 805. This could get going again potentially. But yeah, see, it's got a break. It's got some resistance there at 805. If we can break 805, you might have a potential play there. IMPX just what? IMPX. They had a stocks? What do you mean? IMPX. I'm confused what you're saying about it. Did IMPX have a reverse split or something? Is that what you're saying? Something's going on with the chart pattern. Oh shit. Oh yeah. So yeah, Apex is done. There's nothing on Apex. So I added like a $4 loss to Apex. Trying to see what Daniel's talking about. It just won for 45. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I see it now. They just did that. Looks like in the middle of the night. But IMPX, it did get up. It did, even with this reverse stock split, it did get all the way up to 950. See, I didn't realize when I saw IMPX right here with this little U shape this morning, I didn't realize they had a reverse stock split. I was looking at this 180 million shares. Did not realize it had the reverse stock split. That's quite a split. One for 45. And so APOP's not coming up either. XCRS. So we're not getting any. Let's see, what's HEPA doing, man? No, it's too much resistance ahead of HEPA. CANF, not much. See, Sava's crashing down some more. SAVA is almost back down to this 9 EMAs, 650. Potential tomorrow for if this doesn't go much lower. But yeah. But if this doesn't go much lower today, we could see a quick pullback tomorrow morning to 650, and you could see a bounce. I would probably keep SAVA on watch tomorrow morning. Like I said, if it gets at 650, if it kind of hold up today, you might get a little recovery on there. No volume here. What time is it? 9:20. LMPX got a little maneuver. Voxel, nothing there. CYCC. This is a Chinese play. If this ever breaks 80 cents, yeah, if CYCC ever breaks 80 cents, we could definitely see $1 then more. It's kind of been on this little uptrend too. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not seeing anything else. If I'm missing something or there's something I should be looking at, please let me know. I mean, APOP potentially, it could potentially break this 200, and then you can get a run back up to the VWAP. Apex still has to climb its way back up to the VWAP. Like I said, IMPX, if it can re-break $8, it might get a little move. Yeah, the Iran thing can definitely have things a little weird. Might be why we have the pump and dumps. So that's going on. But I'm just adding a watch list behind my head. I'm going to gonna make a new watch list. I'm gonna call it Possible Ripper Soon. And we're gonna add CYCC. Right? Is that what it was? Whoops. Do all that. See. Whoops, what did I do? What was going on here? Where's my Possible Ripper Soon? There we go. And CYCC, yeah, so CYCC we have on there. Yeah, One Life's being pretty quiet. He must be either trading something or he's eyeing something real close. But yeah, we're going to put some stocks on this list with potential to rip if I see any more. TNXP, little pop up here. Broke the VWAP 180 up to 211 so far, and TNXP actually has plenty of room to run. So we're kind of seeing this one pop kind of like TRNX did yesterday. We had that same type of deal at this time. We had CTIB rip early around 8:37 and nothing went on. And then a little past 9 o'clock we got TRNX ripping like this. So we have a little bit of similarities, but it doesn't really mean much. I'm just trying to see if I can spot some things before they happen, like I did with APOP. HIMX got a decent little move as well. Not really sure what that's about. Club still slowly climbing. CLSD climbing a little bit. Let's deal with this guy. IHS. This guy hasn't really been over $1 in a while. Pretty high float though. CLRB. KTX. See, I'm just going through, just looking at some things. That's a lot of red stocks. Okay. So nothing other than CYCC I see popping out to me right now. The CYCC is not going to be today, but over the next week, maybe 2 weeks, we could see it climb back up towards $1. And like I said, once it breaks $1, we got some room to run on this place. So just wanted to save it somewhere. Yeah, APOP Apex doing nothing. SYN. See where TNXP go. There it is. So pretty good pullback here on TNXP. Almost down to $2. Yeah, One Life is probably watching like Eagle. I don't know what he's doing. I talked to him before I started the stream, but I don't know what he's doing right now. Probably focusing. So you should have some support at $2 on TNXP. Maybe. Pulling back pretty hard. Let's see. Oh, yep, $2. $2 held up there. But you want to see if it's going to continue to hold up, because this could crack back down to the VWAP. Looks like it's going to try to hold up. You actually might be able to start a trend line on TNXP as well, if that'll hold up right there. Yeah, it could be a potential trend line. Yeah, so nothing else really going on. So this BMAS I'm gonna put on this watch list down here as well. Possible ripper soon. BMAS is supposed to be a new IPO coming out soon, and I just want to see where it gets placed at, and it could. If it comes out lower than expected, then BMEZ could be a decent IPO ripper right out the gate, but we'll see. I'm just looking ahead in the future right now. So I could be wrong. Let's see. Where we at? Let's see. APOP. Let's see what happens here with APOP. See if this can break over the 200-day and get going. I think it's probably going to break the 200 here. And then if you have it slowly build back up to the VWAP. But if you're thinking about trading this, I mean, it did pop over here. So if it does pop over, I'd give it a chance to show that it's going to hold up before jumping in this. But see, right now it's trying to. There you go. Now you want to see the next candle open above it like this one did, but you want to see it go more up than down. Want it to be a green candle. So right now it's a red candle. Okay, so right now it's looking pretty decent. Yep, now the pop up to 540. So let's see if this guy climbs back up to the VWAP or not. Let's see if the 200-day moving average strategy works here. One Life took a loss on Apex too. Probably not as big as loss as I took, but hey, he might have. So yeah, hip hop here looking pretty decent. That 545 is a little bit of resistance for some reason. But if it breaks 545, it could keep climbing slowly up. And there it's over 545. So if you if you was to get in down around here, you definitely want to lock in some of your shares if it gets up to the VWAP. If enough volume is not coming in at the VWAP, you might want to lock in your whole position, but you could lock in half at the VWAP and see if it's going to rip over it. Right now, your support's going to be this 200 day. And 550 could be another place to lock in at. Yeah, so it's pulling back here. But it should bounce off the 200. Should. Or maybe not. Okay, there goes the little pullback bounce. There it goes. Okay. Nope. Pulling back down again. So you may have to even draw a trend line there. Potentially. Unless the VWAP holds up. Or not the VWAP, the 200 day. The 200 moves holds up. And it should be good. See anything else going on? Not really. See, One Life said he was in on TNXP at 204. Is not a bad spot to be in. That's kind of right below this trend line right now. As long as the trend line holds up, One Life should be good. You get the potential run up. Just a little bit of a steep trend line right now at the moment, but if I get 218, you might get a run to 225. So we'll give the stream about 15 more minutes here. See what happens with TNXP and APOP. And you see APOP still coming back up. That 200 day held up. That's good to see. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, get those in. Apex doing nothing. Just terrible trading there on my part. See TNXP back down. Yeah, TNXP cracked that trend line. So that trend line was a little steep, which was a little bit of a concern, but still should have support at $2. I imagine One Life's gonna hold this as long as $2 holds up, but if $2 cracks, he probably would get out. I don't know. He might hold it down to the VWAP. That's only 10 cents. But that would be on him. So let's see. Let's see if APOP gets back up to this VWAP. Because if APOP can get back up there, then this 200-day moving average strategy will work out pretty good if I actually do it. Right now, if you got in around that 200-day break at 535, did go up to 515 or 550, so that's a 15-cent little possibility. It's struggling with 550. Once it breaks over 550, it could get back up to the VWAP, but until then, it's kind of struggling there. So where'd TNXP go? Where'd TNXP go? TNXP crash off? No, it didn't crash off yet. $2. That $2 support has become $2 resistance, though. Let's see. So actually, now at this point, might have a bit of a trend. The trend line may be there on TNXP. APOP still going sideways. That 550 resistance. Alright, let's see. TNXP. So yeah, this trend line actually that's actually where the trend line is starting to form at. It wasn't that kind of straight up move. This trend line's a lot better looking on TNXP than the original one I drew. And you can see it it bounced here, so starting to come back up. Now I would probably say that this bounce here is probably going to be a little bounce. Get your stop loss just under the VWAP, 193 area. That's all I figured, right around there. So at this point, what I was thinking is maybe this might be a small bounce, and then it kind of comes down, and then once once the trend line is up to $2, you can get a very strong bounce then off of $2. But I think this is going to have to curl over a little bit here and come back down to the trend line one more time. And you don't want it to crash out, though. Yeah, want it to hold up. And I could possibly be wrong. This could be a big bounce, but I don't know. I just feel like it needs to. Big buyers at $2. So yeah, like the next minute or two, the trend line is going to be up to this $2 mark. So okay, probably 1 or 2 more minutes. Yeah. You have plenty of green days, one life, so you know how it is. Sometimes you gotta have a red day. I'm just accepting my red day today and calling it a day. I need to go meditate again. Yesterday and the day, just terrible trading. Exactly. Exactly. If you don't have a red day, then you're not day trading. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. The next candle, the trend line is going to be right at $2, or really close to $2. So that candle we could see on the trend line, and then I think we get another bounce if the trend line holds up. If the trend line doesn't hold up, it's not going to do anything. But we want to get we wanted to see that trend line hold up at $2 on this next candle, and then buying volume start coming in and pushing it up like that. See, so APOP did almost get back to the VWAP. It did have a little pop out of there, 567. And it's back down to this little trend line as well. So let me go back to TNXP. But yeah, the 200-day moving average strategy could have worked there. Could have got a good little 30-40 cents. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Next candle and the trend line's right here below, right at $2. This candle needs to hold up the trend line. If it doesn't hold the trend line, it's going back down to the VWAP. It doesn't look like it's going to. So that trend line's probably dead. DPW. DPW is getting some attention. Usually like once or twice a year, DPW gets pumped. Let's just check DPW real quick. Oh yeah. Yep, there's a little DPW pump going on. It's good to see we're seeing some moves though. It's not a terribly big move yet on DPW. I would probably say break at $2. You might could get. That's too hard to even look at that chart. Break at $2. You might could get some more buying volume in, but it's up pretty high off the VWAP right now, so be very careful with DPW. Yeah, because $2 is pretty far up there. So definitely be careful with that. Like I said, usually once a year, twice a year, DPW likes to get pumped. And that's pretty much what you're seeing there. Let's see, APOP's cracked that little trend line, so not much to get out of that. Just that little entry there to sell possibly up there. Apex starting to slowly come back up a little bit. Alright, so we will be back tomorrow on the small account challenge. I'm going to try to get my head together. I'll be honest, I'm a little out of it this week. If you guys haven't noticed, because my trading has been awful. There's potentially still a trend line on TNXP. I'll look at it back like that. Actually, let me see. The 5 minute. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get my head together, get it back together for tomorrow for the small account challenge. I've kind of been slacking, and it's showing. My slacking in everything I'm doing is showing in my trading right now. So I gotta get back together. Cause these losses like today are and yesterday are not good. Now I'd be a little nervous on this. I don't know if One Life got stopped out or not. But this has got that reverse U shape kind of going. Potential trend line, but also reverse U shape. So yeah. So yeah, DPW getting pumped. It did break $2. Now the thing with DPW, I'm gonna tell you this, in my experience, DPW can rip and rip and rip and rip and rip. But the problem with it is you never know when it's going to stop ripping and when it's going to crash, because it will crash just as hard as it will rip. So if you're in on this or you're trading this, just be very careful. Probably lock in small positions every time that it starts ripping to a resistance line. So like 225 is a resistance line. You might have could have locked in some there. Looks like 230 might be a little bit of resistance. But yeah, you wanna be very careful with this play. And as I was saying that, you can see this big candle wick here from 230 down to 210. So that's the thing. DPW can get pumped, it can get going, but when it does, it's very unpredictable of which way it's going to keep going. So you want to be very careful with that. There's a few other stocks that are like that too. SRAX, I think, is one that it can rip really hard, but then it can just turn around on you in a heartbeat. So actually, let's add DPW to this little watch list over here of possible rippers soon, just in case DPW. Because sometimes when DPW gets pumped, it'll get pumped for a few days, maybe even a week. Like you'll see it, it'll run up, it'll drop down, and then like the day later, day after, it'll do the same thing again. So that's one you definitely want to be very careful with. All right, guys. It's almost 10 here. Not too much going on right at this moment besides DPW getting pumped. Check what TNXP is doing. TNXP still hasn't crashed out yet. Actually, it's starting to look a little better now. If this candle can hold up the VWAP. But you got that bounce off the trend line there. Yeah, if the next 5-minute candle can open right above 2, maybe. Yeah, I'd say, well, no, it opened right there below 2. But if it can get above 2, then we kind of have this bounce starting. Oops, I extended it the wrong way. So you want this to come up in this candle to get above 2. Big buyer at 196. So, alright, guys, appreciate you joining me today. We'll be back here tomorrow morning for the small account challenge. So, guys, have a great rest of your day.